Good, you made it. Wasn't looking forward to dealing with this by myself. Our holo emitters are doing their job, and the bombing should happen soon. Once that's finished, we can get started. I brought some remodulators. Once you've equipped one, we can drop the holo shield and get moving. Okay, the bombing should end quickly thanks to the Enterprise. We're gonna need to move fast once things stop exploding. Don't forget to equip a frequency remodulator. Borg can adapt their shielding and render weapons. Don't forget to equip a frequency remodulator. Right, let's get moving. We need to get to the complex quickly. So much for the bombing run. Enterprise must have finished off the Borg vessel.
We are the Borg. Your biological and technological distinctiveness will be added to our own. Resistance is futile.
After all this time, they still haven't learned. Resistance is inevitable. Complex took some hits. Let's check for survivors. I'm not picking up any Borg life signs in the complex. Picard and his people should be here now. Let's make sure before we move on. Okay, my tricorder's picking up multiple subspace comm signals in the area. Some of them are Starfleet, but they're coming from inside the missile silo. Probably protecting Zephyr Cochrane. The rest of the signals are coming from the southwest. Any guesses as to the source? Got it in one. Looks like they managed to send down a few landing parties before their ship blew up. Chances are they're here to make our lives difficult. I think it's time we return the favor. Heads up, there are drones ahead.
Your defenses are insufficient. You will be assimilated.
There are lights over there. Looks like a camp of some kind. The Borg will be drawn to it like moths to a flame. We need to protect the locals. Picking up life signs ahead. Some of them are Borg.
Well, what do you want? Get away from us!
You will be assimilated. You will adapt to serve the collective.
What the hell are those things? Robots? Zombies? Robot zombies?
I was afraid something like this would happen. Take out those drones.
Enemy targets on sensors. Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected.
Okay, we're gonna need to do a memory wipe on the locals. They can't remember the Borg. Setting your tricorder to emit a neurolytic pulse should work. Looks like the Borg have changed their tactics. They're avoiding Cochrane and the Enterprise crew and focusing on assimilating the locals. Makes sense. After they lost their ship, they lost their numerical advantage. No argument here. I ran a quick scan of these drones. There's several references in their onboard nav systems to a location north of here. Designation Resource Node 01. We should check this out. Whatever they're up to isn't a good thing. Alright, this area's clear. Picking up Borg signals to the north, though. Apparently, Resource Node 01 is a garbage dump. Smells wonderful. There must be something of tactical value here. Let's make sure they don't find it. Great. This place smells and it's swarming with drones. Take them down.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Let's see if we can figure out what they were looking for here. Power amplifiers. Copper tubing. And lithium batteries. Oh, hell. I think I know what they're doing here, and it's not good. Fair point. I think they're trying to build a transporter. They might have lost their ship, but there's a lot of Borg still in Enterprise. If they can beam those drones down here, the situation will go from bad to worse. Complex isn't far. Let's make sure it's secure and then work on finding and dealing with this bootleg transporter. sign of the Borg. Run a scan, make sure Picard's team is all accounted for. I'm picking up Starfleet comm badges inside the bar and... Hold on. More Starfleet comm badges inbound, but they're on Borg drones.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Fair to say the Borg finished making their transporter. Those were assimilated Starfleet officers from Enterprise. But sweep the perimeter and make sure there aren't any Borg going after Cochrane. Okay, the perimeter's clear. I'm thinking that transmission tower's our next stop. There it is, one bootleg Borg transporter. We need to take it out before this place is crawling with drones. There are 3 transporter pads. Each of them is powered by an array. I can send a feedback pulse from each array to the transporter pad it powers. It should be enough to overload and destroy the pad. Yeah, there's that. You're gonna need to keep them off me while I work, or this plan will go sideways real fast. After we've taken care of the transporter pads, we'll deal with any drones in the area, and...
Flanking damage detected.
Get me to the first array and I'll start disabling their transporter. This won't take long. They're using a simple modulating cipher. All right, this one's done. Let's go. They're onto us. Security protocols just spiked, and not in a good way.
Enemy targets on
2 down. But that last one's gonna be a real bitch. Only one left. Stay with me. We can do this. Only one left. Stay with me. We can do this.
We have analyzed your tactics. We have adapted. We are Borg.
enemy targets on sensors.
They're using a fractal self-replicating security protocol. Go as fast as I can.
Personal shield losing power.
Got it. The Transporter's out of commission.
Enemy targets on sensors. Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected.
I think we're through the worst of it. I'm not picking up any Borg activity in the area. Nice work. Over as far as you're concerned. I'll deal with all this Borg tech lying around. It's a mess, but my nanites will make short work of it. As for you, feel free to return to the present. Take a break, have a drink. You've definitely earned it.
Repeat, we are under attack by the Vatvar. Can anyone hear us? We need help. Our status. The colony is under a brutal and unjustified attack. We're trying to evacuate, but the Vatvar have established a blockade. The ships and shuttles we have left to evacuate with are being taken out by heavy cannon fire. Innocent people are dying. Look, we won't last much longer. Please, help us. Many thanks, and be careful. The Vatvar have set up heavy artillery cannons in orbit and are blasting anything that gets in range. Some of our ships are trying to break through the blockade. With your help, they might be able to make it. Hurry, those Vatvar butchers won't stop until there's no one left alive here.
We're reading your beacon signal now. A few ships need repairs before they can escape the blockade. Our ships are about to break through. Please cover their escape.
Ship is under attack. Engage weapons
Attention
and
all
engines.
ships. Bond forces have followed raider vessels to this system.
Target shields have failed.
This is
Recommend
now an
torpedo
active
launch
combat
now.
zone. Any ship
Warning. Artillery incoming.
Focus on the Vatvar. If they're gone, the Voth should leave.
Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately.
Thanks for the assist. Leaving the war zone.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately. Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately.
Ship is under attack. Increase in ship speed recommended.
Engines are online. We're getting out of here.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engine.
Warning.
Target shields have
Artillery
failed.
incoming.
Recommend
Exit
torpedo
area
launch
immediately.
now. Ship is under attack. Increase in ship speed recommended.
Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately.
Thank you. We can make it from here.
That's all of the stragglers. If you rejoin the fleet, we can make our escape.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage
Please,
weapons and
protect our
engines.
fleet so we can escape.
Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
You're a real lifesaver. Our evacuation ships are safely on their way. We even managed to get away with some critical supplies. Thank you! Once we've regrouped, I'll send scout ships back to look for any stragglers. Perhaps one day we'll retake our colony. But for today, I'm just glad my people are alive.
Looks like there was a fight here recently. I'm not picking up any House Mokai ships on the sensors, though. If they're here, they're under cloak.
Good to see you. Admiral Cabret, at your service. As you can see, we're dealing with an unexpected breakout of hostilities here. We came here to determine the status of a rather unusual variety of spore. As we were getting our bearings, a Ferengi marauder dropped out of cloak and unleashed hell. Afraid so. Fortunately, the Carter and Shurgat were able to respond before the Ferengi finished us off. Once they arrived, the Daemon pursued the better part of Valor and went back under cloak. Now that you're here, I believe the Ferengi will cut and run, assuming they're still out there hiding.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm reading low-level radiation coming from a nearby asteroid. I think your Ferengi is out there harvesting spores, Admiral.
Take the Carter and Shurgat with you. The Ferengi will think twice about attacking a group of ships, and you might be able to put an end to all this without firing a shot.
The Carter is ready to assist you.
Lead the way. The Shurgat will follow. Reading a single Ferengi vessel, Marauder class. They've decloaked.
I thought I made myself clear to that woolly-faced Starfleet Admiral. This salvage is mine and mine alone. Now run along before I'm forced to damage that pretty ship and take it as a prize. After all, even a damaged ship of that class will fetch a fine pile of latinum. That's what you get for doing your own thinking, friend. Allow me to show you the error of your ways. Leave enough of their ships for salvage. I'll be under cloak.
I don't know how he convinced the Breen to join in, but
Warning.
he did.
Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
If the Ferengi brought again, kill him too.
Well, there's good news and bad news. Which would you like to hear first? Bad news, the Ferengi managed to harvest a spore colony from the asteroid before we arrived. He's got more than enough to make our lives difficult if he sells to Ja'ula. The Ferengi ship just dropped out of cloak, and by the look of things, they're suffering a full propulsion system breakdown. No impulse, no warp, thrusters only. So, how do you feel about taking those spores off their hands?
Before you start, let me remind you that I have what you want, and it's one button press away from disintegration. My ship might be a mess, but my personal phaser works just fine. You beamed out my spores! Not one, not some, but all my spores! I'm ruined! Oh, I don't suppose you're interested in a very promising business opportunity on Risa? Beachfront property?
We've got company, angry company. They're targeting us and the Ferengi.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines.
It'll get worse by the minute.
Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
know the 16th rule of acquisition? A deal is a deal! Ah, but you're not a barbarian like those... Never mind. You've got class, I can tell. Now, don't be so hasty, my classy, well-armed friend. Before you haul me off, let me tempt you with a one-of-a-kind offer. That Ryzian timeshare I mentioned earlier, plus a full barrel of Tranya. 2386 vintage. That's easily worth my weight in latinum. Oh, would you let
the
me
Birmingham is ready for action,
sort
and
of
not a moment too soon. It looks like Modron's treacherous friends are coming back for a rematch.
I can honestly say I had nothing to do with these ships coming to kill us. They're doing it all on their own. You aren't going to let them kill me, are you? I'm helpless. You have to protect me.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now. Ship is under attack. Increase in ship speed recommended. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now. Four shields failing. Power transfer is recommended. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now. Four shields failing. Power transfer is recommended.
They're down to a few ships.
Rear shield
Keep up
failing.
the pressure.
Power transfer is recommended. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
Well fought indeed. They'll think twice about coming after us again. I'll let Alliance Command know what happened here today. If Jeula or any of Modron's friends try to harvest the spores in this system, we'll make sure they have a nice welcoming party waiting for them. Modron's on his way to a Federation holding facility. We will make sure he faces justice for what he's done here today. Rest assured. Your work is done here. We'll take care of the wrap-up. Cabret, out. way to a Federal...
Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
You have entered an area controlled by the Benthan Guard. Our scans indicate your ship is armed and operational. And you have demonstrated your ability to assist in an ongoing operation. You will either join our squadron as a deputized Protectorate officer, or clear the area immediately. Local Edict 47-42 states that the Bentham Guard may deputize any ships deemed necessary for the apprehension of a criminal ship rated Class 4 or higher. By entering space protected by the Bentham Guard, you have agreed to these terms. You are now my deputy. We are here to apprehend a suspect wanted in multiple systems for crimes not limited to theft, coercion, destruction of private property, and murder. When you arrived, we were dealing with one of this criminal's lieutenants. We've tracked the suspect to this system. Your assistance in this matter is required and appreciated. Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and in-target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now. Ship is under attack. Increase in ship speed recommended.
Keep concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them and whittle down their numbers.
We will not go quietly!
Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
You will stand down and surrender to the Bentham Guard. Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids.
Shields have failed.
Possibly
Recommend
consistent
torpedo
with
launch now.
multiple temporary hideouts.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
We do what
Ship
we
is
want,
under attack.
where we
Increase
want.
in ship speed recommended. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
Picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines.
I'm taking you with me.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines. Ship is under attack. Increase in ship speed recommended. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
That's got them. Excellent work. We'll send over a pacification party, take the suspect into custody. Thank you for your assistance, and welcome to this sector. We recommend that you get underway and head for secure space. There's been a lot of turbulent activity recently, and multiple reports of danger to travelers. We've recently come across the remains of a battlefield between the Borg and an unknown adversary. It hasn't been there long. Bentham Patrols first detected it only a few weeks ago. Since then, it has been a haven for scavengers. Our readings were inconclusive. As with all things dealing with the Borg, we recommend giving it a wide berth. We have the suspect in custody now, and we also apprehended a fair number of his associates. This part of space will be safer without their influence. I'm dispatching medics to treat any wounded so they can stand trial, and an engineering team to ensure his ship is stable so we can tow it back to base. Thank you. We have it from here.
Repeat, we are under attack by the Vatwar. Can anyone hear us? We need help. Our status? The colony is under a brutal and unjustified attack. We're trying to evacuate, but the Vatwar have established a blockade. The ships and shuttles we have left to evacuate with are being taken out by heavy cannon fire. Innocent people are dying. Look, we won't last much longer. Please, help us. Many thanks, and be careful.
We're reading your beacon signal now. A few ships need repairs before they can escape the blockade. Our ships are about to break through. Please cover their escape.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Attention,
Engage
all
weapons
ships.
and
Target
shields have
forces
failed.
have followed
Recommend
freighter
torpedo
vessels to
launch
this
now.
system. This
Ship
is now an
under
active
attack.
combat
Increase
zone.
in ship speed recommended.
Artillery incoming. Exit.
Focus on the Vatwar. If they're gone, the Voth should leave.
Core shields failing. Power transfer is recommended.
Thanks for the assist. Leaving the war zone.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately. Engines are online. We're getting out of here.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines.
Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately. Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area.
Ship is under attack. Increase in ship speed recommended. Rear shield failing. Power transfer is recommended. Hull integrity below 75%. Evasive maneuvers recommended.
Thank you. We can make it from here.
Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately.
Protect our fleet so we can escape!
Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now. Ship is under attack. Increase in ship speed recommended.
You're a real lifesaver. Our evacuation ships are safely on their way. We even managed to get away with some critical supplies. Thank you! Once we've regrouped, I'll send scout ships back to look for any stragglers. Perhaps one day we'll retake our colony. But for today, I'm just glad my people are alive.
Looks like there was a fight here recently. I'm not picking up any house...
Good to see you. We came afraid.
Sorry to...
Take the car.
The Carter is ready to assist you.
Lead the way, and the Shurgat will follow. Reading a single Ferengi vessel, Marauder class.
I
They'd
thought
be close.
that was... Leave enough of their ships for salvage. I'll be under cloak.
He actually hired the
Warning. Ship
He's
is
either
under
the
attack.
bravest
Engage
Ferengi ever or
weapons
the
and engines.
craziest.
Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
Well, there's good and bad news. The Ferengi ship... We've got
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
The nerve! Now... I know where the Bajoran orb of acquisition is.
Birmingham.
I can...
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now. Ship is under attack. Increase in ship speed recommended. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now. 4 shields failing. Power transfer is recommended. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo launch now. 4 shields failing. Power transfer is recommended.
They're down to a
below 75%.
Keep up the pressure.
Evasive maneuvers recommended. 4 shields failing. Power transfer is recommended.
Well fought. Modron's on his way. Well fought. Modron's on his way.